Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card we're making today. It's this fancy fold that folds up like that. You can see it's a double Z fold card. Very simple to make. You could add more stamping here if you wanted to, but I wanted to leave a space clear to write my sentiment. And you can see I've used quite a bit of paper, but it looks really nice. So let's start off with the stamping and get that done. We're using this stamp set, Sweet as a Peach, and we're going to use the sentiment that says Happy Birthday. And I'm going to be stamping in just jade ink. Now this is one of the retiring in colours, and it will be retiring now at the end of April. So if you like this colour, make sure you get it before you can't get it anymore. So get the ink pad, and always when you order the ink pad, make sure you order the re-inker at the same time, and then you won't be left wanting. So let's close that up quickly and just clean up our stamp so we can take everything out of the stamp apparatus. This is just the simple chamois and it makes clean up ever so easy. So there's our sentiment. We're going to set that aside to dry and we're going to put our stamp apparatus away. Now just always make sure when you have these magnets out that you keep them away from each other and they don't clang together, because if they do, there's a chance that they could break because they are so strong. So we've put that away, got our sentiment there, and I'm going to bring back in our trimmer, which is here, and I've got a piece here of thick basic white cardstock, and this is just an A5 sheet, so that's an A4 sheet cut in half, and we are going to score this. Sorry, my brain isn't working today. So you're going to score this firstly at 5.25 centimeters. So that's 1, 2 and a bit. And remember, the score blade is the light grey blade. Okay. And then we are going to score again at 10.5 centimeters. Just like that. Okay. And that will make our card base, and we're just going to have this like this and fold this piece back and then just give it all a good burnish. Just like that. Okay, so set that aside. I have here a strip of basic white cardstock, and this again measures 21 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters, and we're going to score this again at 10.5 centimeters and at 5.25 centimeters. Just like that, and set that aside. Okay, so let's bring all our bits in. I have a lot of paper here. This is the Designer Series paper. It's a sweet Symmetry, as you can tell. And let me see all our bits that I've got. Okay. So this piece is going to go on the back here. I'm going to mat it with this large piece here. So let's stick this down. And you can see I'm doing pattern on pattern here. But it works perfectly fine because this pattern almost reads as a solid. I'm just going to stick one down like that, and then I'm going to stick this on top. I'm doing this one slightly different to the one we did the one I did the first time. And this is the same collection, they all match nicely. And then I am going to put a piece of white, but I'm going to cut this down even further than I cut before. So I'm going to cut this down to 9 centimeters. Actually, no, I'm going to cut this to made a decision. I'm going to cut this down to 8 centimeters. And we are going to cut this down to 12.35 centimeters, like that. Okay, And then we're going to put this on the centre here. But actually, I'm going to just ink the edges here. And I don't have my daubers out, so I'm going to do just a very quick ink. This is almost a naughty way of doing it. Just like that. That's plenty enough. So let's close up the Just Jade again. And then we're just going to stick this down towards the top, I think. Well, maybe in the centre actually. I think that looks better. Just like that. So now we have some more pieces here. All the measurements for everything will be on the blog post on my website, and you'll find that in the description box below. You'll also find the links to my Facebook group, where I host a monthly online card club, and we make projects just like this together, usually via Facebook Live. We have a Facebook Live usually on the third Wednesday of every month, and then we get together and we craft together. I make the kits and I send them out to you, and then all you need to add is adhesive. We have some fun crafting together. I am hoping, if you live in the Lincoln area, to restart my in-person classes here as well. At the moment I'm looking for a venue, because I did used to have them from home, which was obviously really simple, but I prefer maybe not to do that just yet. So I'm looking for a better venue, so that's not too expensive, to put it mildly. So there we've matted all our pieces. So now we're going to stick this down to our card. Keep everything as lined up as we can. I love how vibrant this paper is. It really is nice and spring-like. Makes me feel happy. So then on this side as well. As you can see, because we're only seeing a little bit of that paper, you can easily mat pattern on pattern, and not a problem at all. Okay, there we go. So that's what we've got so far. So now we're going to add this little strip here. And this is going to be our zigzag, so it's going to fit in just like this. So let's put our designer series paper down before we stick it down, because it's going to be easier this way. Got no adhesive there. And these pieces are so small that I haven't double matted. I've just stuck down one layer of designer series paper, pattern paper. Stampin' Up calls their pattern paper designer series paper, so in case you're wondering what you see the words DSP around, or designer series paper, it means pattern paper. Okay. And I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive at either end, and just line this up like this. You can have this as low or as high as you want. Try and get it straight, and there you go, there's your card. Really simple. So let's set it aside and bring back in our stamping. And now I think we're going to want to cut this down a little bit, because we don't want it to be so long. So let's cut this down to about there, maybe a little bit off the end there, let's see, compared to the one we had, roughly the same. Okay, we're going to bring in this punch, and this is the Treasured Tags Pick a Punch, and I'm going to use this one here. You're just going to feed your sentiment in, and gives this lovely edge to it. So let's put this on here, and I'm going to also, I think, just quickly ink the edges. Now I'm going to look for my daubers this time. Here they are. This looks roughly the same colour. It'll do. Just like that. Okay. Close these up, close the pad up. And then we want to put this on some dimensionals. So let's have a look and see. We can just use some of these backings here. We can use some of these. This a nice long edge piece will do the trick perfectly. Okay, and then we're just going to try and get this straight. Something like that. Okay, and then I have, as a final touch, let's see, I have this here, this designer series paper, and we are going to just cut out some of these symmetrical stems. Now this is meant to be a border punch, but I'm going to use the inserts from this border punch rather than the actual pretty patternette punches. And see, it punches out that lovely pretty pattern, but also you get left with all of these wonderful pieces, and this is what we're going to use now. So we're going to need a little bit of Tombow. And I'm just going to put some here. Tombow's had it. Let's use my new one. And I'm just going to place it and then move it, obviously, so I'm not concentrating. Another piece here, maybe like that. That should be enough. Okay, and then finishing touches, I have here these in colour gemstones. I'm going to use the Just Jade. I'm going to put one there and one there, and then I have some lovely rhinestones here. Oh, sticking to me. Big surprise. They always stick to me. And I'm just going to dot a few around here like that. So there you have the bluey version and the more peachy version. Which do you like better? If you did like them, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. As I said, if you want more information about all of this, it's in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye!